The bus industry in South Africa has for many years made a vital contribution to the economic and social development of the country, providing mobility to millions of people who depend daily on public transport. In line with its mandate of growing black economic participation in South Africa, in October 2015, the National Empowerment Fund supported Africa People Movers, or APM, having approved 45 million rand to fund APM's expansion plans. The chief executive of APM, Mr. Dumisang Khabuyisile, is former CEO of Autopax, the passenger bus division of PRASA. He brings considerable industry and executive experience, having also headed PRASA Crest, the real estate arm of PRASA.
We first approached the NEF when we started the business in 2014. Like any other aspirant entrepreneur, you are always faced with this challenge that you've got a brilliant, bright idea, but you don't have the necessary funding or the requisite funding. And what was most heartening to us was that from our initial interaction with the NEF, there was never any negativity regarding our business plan. In fact, I always tell people that we're very fortunate that there were more. NEF seems to have been more excited at the time about our business than the funders were excited about the business. So we initially approached NEF for the 15 million rand funding, and they came back to us and said that in fact they wanted to do 45 million. As they say, the rest is history. Before approaching NEF, we in fact took our business to all commercial banks in South Africa, notably the Big Four, and people were generally enthusiastic or polite about our business plan. But like any person with a great idea, I mean, the pushback that you always have from the funders is that you are entering into an industry that is highly competitive. You are going to compete with the guys that have been around for over 30 years. And what makes you think that you will make it in this business? So while they, in theory, they wanted to support us, they were not too sure that that's the risk that they wanted to take. So the pushback was always, why don't you start these businesses, prove a concept, then we'll come back at the later stage to fund you. So we had a whole lot of commercial banks coming after the NEF had funded us. APM employs a total staff complement of 220 people, comprising of about 90 drivers. We have about 42 people in our sales offices, and the balance will be the administration, technical services, and the wash bay personnel. APM would have approximately 50 women, which would make up just around just over 40% of the entire staff complement. Then we'll have about 22 youth, people under the age of 25. So these are the guys that joined the company about 18 months ago as artisans. So most of them are employed in the workshop as workshop assistants. Others are currently undergoing training with our customer service department, and others will be in the quality control.
70% of South Africa's population is dependent on public transport comprising bus, commuter rail and minibus taxis for its mobility needs. Of these, there are about 25,000 buses in the industry, of which about 19,000 are involved in formal public transport activities.
My experience with the NEF to date has been a partner that one can rely on, a trusted partner. They go beyond giving you initial funding for the business. We interact with the post-investment team of NEF on a monthly basis.
The NEF, growing black economic participation.